Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
New Delhi. Former India head coach Ravi Shastri on Friday blamed complacency and overconfidence of Indian batters for the loss in the third test of the four-match series against Australia in Indore. After winning the first two tests inside 3 days to retain the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, hosts India tasted their own medicine at the Holkar Stadium. India suffered a 9-wicket loss to the visitors in little over 2 days on a rank turner. According to Shastri, the Indian batters paid the price for complacency and overconfidence, and were over-eager to dominate the Australian bowlers, on a wicket which offered sharp turn and uneven bounce from the first morning. This is what a little complacency, a little bit of overconfidence can do, where you take things for granted, you drop guard and this game will bring you down, the former India all-rounder told Star Sports. I think it was a combination of all these things. When you actually cast your mind back to the first innings, see some of the shots played, see some of the over-eagerness to try and dominate in these conditions. You reflect back, take a step back or two to analyze. Opting to bat, India had lost 7 wickets in the first session on day 1, with left-arm spinner Matthew Kuhnemann claiming a maiden 5-wicket haul, to be bundled out for a paltry 109. Third test. How Nathan Leo tore the heart out of Indian batting lineup. Show captions. Not for the first time, Nathan Leo tore the heart out of the Indian batting lineup, earning his second best test figures in the process. PP Leo took 8 64ths in India's second innings to turn the match on its head on day 2. PPTHE tumultuous test match fell on Leon well-weathered fingers to bail Australia out. PP Leo found that perfect length for the pitch, bowled attacking lines and bagged the wicket if one slightly turned or went with the arm. PPTHE perfect example on day 2 of the Indore test was the dismissal of India's wicketkeeper KS Bharat. PPTHE ball ripped one straight through the batter's defences by getting him to play the wrong line while thinking about possible turn. PP Leo bowled around the stumps, again relentlessly, for a majority of his spell, and let helpful pitches like the one at the Holkar Stadium do the rest. PP Leon bowling is a perfect reflection of the fact that he doesn't quite fit the flashy genius mould of some past Aussie spinning greats. PP Leo found in Smith an old and able ally as a proactive captain who kept things interesting with restrictive fields and men in catching positions to slowly strangle India. PP Leon deeds in the subcontinent speak for themselves, and in essence, the off-spinner is all about persistence. Australia posted 197 to take an 88-run lead and then returned to dismiss India for 163 in the second innings. The visitors achieved the target of 76 in 18.5 overs. Former Australia opener Matthew Hayden too slammed the Indian batters, saying it looked like they were playing to save their spots in the team. Change of team too. KL Rahul dropped. Some of those things can be a bit destabilizing. Players playing for their spots and their opportunities can create a different mindset, he said. The legendary Sunil Gavaskar also criticized the Indian batters for their below-par show in the third test, saying the pitch played on their minds. Hayden, however, was full of praise for Australia opener Travis Head, who scored an unbeaten 49 to take visitors home. It's incredible what happens when you show that attitude and intent. That adjustment in the mindset, and within 2 overs, there are 20 runs, and bang. This was really, really good batting, the 51-year-old said. This can be said about Travis Head. He was left out of the first test but came out with a fire in the belly from the second test, something Australians are known for. Punching above our weight, despite the conditions. What a good player Travis Head is. He is becoming one of the real forces in world cricket. A remarkable turnaround in momentum. Great fight and they have shown what they can do. Australia was knocked out in Delhi. Like Lazarus, now they've emerged. Australia crush India in third test, qualify for WTC final. Show caption Read more on Toy Sports. PP Travis Head and Marnus Labuschagne held their nerve on a viciously turning Indore pitch to guide Australia to a 9-wicket victory. PP Indore test win is only Australia's second test victory in India since 2004. PP after Australia were thrashed in the first two tests inside 3 days, the series now stands at 2-1 to the hosts with one match remaining. PP Labuschagne finished on 28 not out and Head on 49, having low. PP India will be sure of their place in the final if they win the fourth test in Ahmedabad. PP in a low-scoring and frenetic encounter, Australia skittled India for 109 on day 1 with spinner Matthew Kuhnemann claiming 5 wickets. PP in reply Australia made a solid start before call. Khwaja edged R. Ashwin to keeper Shrikar Bharat for a duck. PP after 45 minutes, Labuschagne and Head changed gears. Head launched Ashwin for a 6-over mid-on and the next over drilled Ravindra Jadeja down the ground for a 4 as the shackles came off. PP Labuschagne too got in the act, hitting Jadeja for a 4 and dismissing a short Ashwin delivery on a half volley for 4 more to bring a rare Australia. Australia had to be a little bit proactive, but as we saw in the second test when they decided to reverse sweep and sweep everything, being proactive doesn't mean being rash. It needed someone to push the button and say I've got to put the pressure back on the bowler, Taylor was quoted as saying by Wide World of Sports. That was the moment Travis Head thought, well, I am going to go now, I am going to go try and eat into this deficit quickly and put the pressure on the bowler, and it worked brilliantly. Australia had come into the match lagging 0-2 after being completely outplayed in the first two tests. In the third test, the visitors were without their regular skipper Pat Cummins, who had left for home to be with his ailing mother. In his absence, the team had to make a few changes. Was led brilliantly by Steve Smith. On a very average pitch, and that's putting it nicely, the Aussies did really well. To lose the toss as well, they won the toss in the first two and had the advantage, and then sort of lost it as the games went on, Taylor said. This match, they had players out, captain gone, then to lose the toss on a raging Turner and still win by 9 wickets, that's a great effort. The two teams will face off in the fourth and final test in Ahmedabad beginning March 9. With inputs from PTI. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more sports updates.